Okay, what's up guys? Killboy here, and I am testing an audio setup and thought I'd take you guys on a little tour of this area that I have to be in today for a project that I'm working on. I'm exiting Chimney Rock State Park right now, so if you look up behind me, you can see the tall rock structures that make up the signature tower that is Chimney Rock. And we've posted some photos and videos of Chimney Rock. We've got a 360 tour of it also that I will be posting up later. I want to show you guys this little, there's a Tesla Model X. This little highway that I came in on to shoot this landslide that we're working on. It's North Carolina Highway 9 in Bat Cave. And yes, that's actually the name of the town, as in Batman's home, but not really. To the Bat Cave, a lot of cool bamboo. I love bamboo. So, yeah, there's all these little boutiques, hotels, restaurants near Chimney Rock State Park. It's a pretty big destination, and it's a very people-friendly park. They have a lot of walkways that are as nicely laid out as possible. There's a couple of there's an elevator and there's a tour bus to help those who may not be as athletically fit as others, so you don't have to walk all the way up to it. You can get up to Chimney Rock pretty easily using their systems from your car to the actual destination. But there's a lot more to the park. There's a lot of trails in the park, and to get a chance to check it out if you're over in this way, it's really spectacular views up there. It looks out over Lake Lure and over this whole valley that we're driving through now. I mean, I can actually see the rock from right here up there, so you can see this from up there as well. This is midday on a Wednesday, so a little bit of traffic. It's like, what, 4 p.m.? So we're going to end up stuck behind a few people here. You feel free to jump around on the video as you want to. Like I said, it's just a sort of a test of this audio setup. I got one of these Bluetooth helmet systems, and it seems to be connected and working with the Garmin 360 camera that I have mounted up there. So hopefully we'll be able to get some decent audio dialogue with some of these videos that I want to work on, where we're going to go around and kind of tour you guys. I'm using a really long arm here on this thing. It may be a little too shaky, so if it is, I apologize. It's not necessarily going to be the way that it will be forever. I will analyze the footage and make adjustments to our mounting systems and the audio and things like that, but hopefully this will make it a little bit more watchable rather than being just a bunch of wind noise or trying to pick music that inevitably somebody hates. There's no, like, perfect song. It's kind of one of my pet peeves, people who complain about the music. I'm like, do you think that there's some song that's going to magically be okay with everybody in the world? Play your own music if you don't like it. End rant. I'll stop right there. So there's a lot of apple orchards around here, and right up here on the left is the way we normally were coming in, and you go past several apple orchards. So this is, I guess, a big apple orchard area, but there's also a river right down here on our left. Let's say 9 o'clock. Very pretty, rocky, and a lot of these houses and businesses, restaurants are right there on that river, so I can only imagine the kind of views these guys are getting off the back of these buildings. It's got to be spectacular. Kudzoo's taken over everything, though. That, for those of you not familiar with that, not from the South or don't have that in your area, the kudzu is a vine that you can see it right up here on the right, climbing up everything. It just consumes everything it grows on and chokes it out, basically, kills all the light. So this road to the left here, that's the one we've been coming down, and that's where all the apple orchards are. Really cool old gift shop here. Got a lot of cool stuff in there, a lot of local handmade items. Now this rock slide that's got the road semi-closed right now, they're letting some traffic through on certain schedules, but it's up this road, Highway 9, on the right here. They've just about got it cleared, but working with Graham County Land Company to document the progress that they've had to go through to clear that out. Now I'll put a map to this road, this Highway 9 road, on the description for the video. That's what I'm trying to do with these, is give you a tour of it and also give you something you can use, a tool that you can use to find it, you know, fairly easily. But it's pretty windy. The pavement is a little dated. It's not exactly something I would want to be trying to knee drag on, but it's got some character, to say the least. But it's not bad, and very decent in a car. Definitely doable on a motorcycle with some sensibility and some, you know, keeping some in reserve. It's got really cool old houses and a lot of, not a lot, but a few pull-offs here that some of this traffic uses. Always try to be real obvious when people pull over and encourage them to continue doing that, show them appreciation. Just take a moment from your drive or ride to let them know that you appreciate it, and they'll be more encouraged to do it to the next person. Next person could be you, you know, so try to let people know that you appreciate it. Plus, the person in front of me, if they're holding me up, they see me waving and giving that guy a thumbs up, a little beep on the horn, then maybe they're just a little bit more inclined to do the same. Nice. Another tip for you guys driving in cars, especially when you're behind traffic like this, you know, of course, be patient. I found that if I back away too far, people never pull over. But you get too close and people feel too pressured to move over and feel like if they did try to move over, they would get hit. So 3-second following distance, 2 to 3 second following distance is usually gets the message across without being a jackass. And I also try to run my headlights. It makes you just a little bit more present. Man, the kudzu right here, look at that. I mean, it's just like all on the sides of the road. But yeah, run the headlights. You know, obviously on motorcycles, they're pretty much always on, but on the cars, you turn them on, it makes you a little more obvious in their mirrors and remind them that, you know, I'm still here. And sometimes that helps. It seems like get the message across that somebody's back here. They might could use a pull-off. It would be appreciated. And it's the first time I've been down this road. We've been covering this rock slide for about going on 2 months now, coming out every week, and typically we come in that other way, and this time it was really backed up with traffic off of the exit off of I-40 that we normally go off on was backed up for like 2 miles of traffic, and it's always kind of busy anyway, and navigation was telling me to keep going and come this way anyway, so decided to go this way today, and I'm glad I did. It's much more interesting drive and very pretty. The other way was going through red lights and towns. And not that fun. Everybody wants to race you. So we've got another slide right here on the right that they've cleaned up. And if you look up this hill on the right, prepare your camera angle. There's like some big trees and stuff up there that have fell, and they're still sort of tangled up. So I don't know if they've that's just a temporary situation or if they're planning to do more. There's a bunch of cabins up here, so a lot of space to stay. Like little single double occupancy cabins all in that wooded area back there. Real pretty pink trees up here on the right. Okay, look on the right. There's all these Airstream. This is like a hairpin turn here. There's all these Airstream campers in here, all aluminum. Look at that. I don't know what that's about. They're all like, I love the sound of this car. They're all like dilapidated and rusting and stuff, so I don't think that they're like actively being used. It's like somebody's just hoarding them. I wonder how many offers he gets from people who want to buy them, because I know that there's some demand there for those old things. So we're getting into the twistier bits here, and yeah, I saw a few motorcycles coming through on my way in. And you can see there's a pretty nasty line of oil or something in the road here. It doesn't seem to be slick, but I would be careful on a motorcycle with that. Still recording? All right. I stopped right there where those yellow daisies are and got a couple pictures. By the time you see this, they've probably already been posted on the Facebook pages or whatever. For those of you watching this now, if you don't already follow, might want to consider doing that when you get a minute. Follow our YouTube page, our Facebook page, Killboy.com. So we're in the town of Gerton now, Gerton. So I had never heard of until we started coming to this rock slide. Turning off onto Conestoga Circle. Real pretty church over here on the right. Nice bridge. Fire department on the left, post office on the right. Giant Hummer. Sam's Walking Sticks. Handmade sign that said Sam's Walking Sticks. Some really cool old buildings, like abandoned. Mean. Next Volvo C30. Yeah, so this on the map, this is a really gnarly part. It's got a lot of hairpin turns coming up here, just back and forth. Looks like they, use the technique to climb up a mountain basically by going back and forth with sharp 180 degree turns in them as like stair steps. Pavement's a little rough, not too bad, but like I said, wouldn't want to be trying to knee drag on the stuff. I have to be careful not to be picking my nose when I'm shooting videos. I know you're watching. You can see the road over there through the trees on the right. So we're getting ready to go around this hairpin. You can actually see it as you approach. And there's the road up there that we just came down off. Cool old tree sticking out over the road there. Bet I could just about coast and keep up with these guys. Oh no, they're leaving me. Some kind of gathering place there, event parking. I don't know what they do there, some kind of event. Couple more 180 hairpins here coming up. I like to, when I go someplace new, pro tip, go someplace new, get navigation pulled up on the phone and, or on your, in your vehicle. And you can sort of use it as a cheat sheet, especially if you're used to playing video driving games like Forza and stuff where they have the map in the corner anyway. You get used to sort of looking at the map and knowing what's coming up, and same idea here. Like I can tell what the turn does as I get into it, so it doesn't catch me off guard. Now I got this crazy straight. The damn bump jump at the end of that one. So again, using the navigation, I could tell as we came into that straightaway that it was probably going to be a passing zone, and use that to my advantage to get this slowpoke Honda wound up a little bit. this car is fairly stock from the drivetrain perspective. We have an exhaust on it, an intake on it, but otherwise it's factory. It doesn't make much more power than it did from the showroom. But we got a bigger body kit on it, wide body kit on it, so it has wider wheels and tires and looks a little crazy. People have a hard time recognizing it. Bunch of cows up there on the right, chilling in the shade. I grew up on farms in East Tennessee, Middle Tennessee, and makes me think of back home. Don't have too much farmland over around Robbinsville area. It's not flat enough. Back in Middle Tennessee, it's on Cumberland Plateau, and it's elevated, but it's flat, if that makes sense. So you got a lot of flat ground, and good for farming. So that might be about the gist of Highway 9. I'll let it run a little bit here and see what else comes up on the video, but may wrap it up here. And if this is the end of the video, that's because there was not much else of interest. But yeah, you guys check us out. Like I said, I want to do more of these. Let me know what you think as far as, you know, ways I can make it better, what you like about it. Be positive a little bit. I'd appreciate that. Not a bunch of negativity. But yeah, I do appreciate suggestions. Add a little positive with the negatives. But yeah, let me know what you think, and if you look forward to more of this or you're not really interested in it, be good to know right now. Oh, you ran the red light. All right, Dan, I think I'll wrap it up here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Little section of Highway 9 there and Chimney Rock. Next time.